Look, man.
Where?
Oh, I see.
Wow.
Oh, my. Bowen, look over there.
Wow, is that
culture? Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah. Las Culturistas.
Ding dong, Las Culturistas calling. We're sort of doing that in dulcet tones because we have not just one visitor, but two.
We're doubly starstruck. I don't even really remember my sort of exclamatory sound that I made when I saw Nico showing up.
Nico's here.
Guys, Nico's here. I can't believe this is real.
And just like Mom, even more striking in person.
Of course.
A style icon in her own right.
A curiosity icon, much like her mother.
And
sniffing around the room.
Extremely comfortable with us. We were saying Nico is on the couch with me and Bowen. We do have a pink bed here that Nico could use at any time. However, it feels like she's chosen a spot and I couldn't be happier.
I'm very happy with this spot. She can opt out of it anytime she chooses. I'm just letting her know in English in case she can understand.
She understands.
She understands.
Gets it.
She's so smart.
I will say also, this is giving me comfort, and I don't know if it's giving you comfort extra because it is incredibly hard not to sit across from our guest, sitting next to someone you're very close to, and not feel like you're in couples therapy, which, rings true, being that is the name of the show. It's streaming now. It's our favorite show. Was I the one that showed it to you?
You put me on it, and I thank God every day for you.
Yeah.
And I was watching with our friend Matt Whitaker. I was watching the screeners for this season 5, and he mutters under his breath. Professional TV writer, watches everything. He goes, "This is my favorite show on TV."
It is. I got Bowen into couples therapy. He took it to London, and then the whole Wicked cast was like, "We got to talk about Dr. Orna and what she's capable of."
It's huge. I mean, this is really big for us. I guess we had some material effect on her life. And we asked her to repeat this anecdote.
Yeah.
Because we're proud of this. She is our style icon, Las Cultch award winner from last year.
And it's borne fruit in the real fashion world.
Truly. And I'm excited to hear more. But anyway, couples therapy, new season, May 15th.
Streaming now.
Oh, yes, it's out.
Yeah.
And we're so thrilled.
She asked for a pen and paper. We were like, why?
Uh-oh. but then now I'm like, well, if it happens, it happens. But we don't want to put her on the spot. Everyone, welcome
Dr. Orna Guralnik. We are so happy you're here.
Thank you for inviting me.
And Nico.
I'm thrilled.
And Nico, is she, you don't have any anxiety of having her off the leash in this space?
We'll talk about that later.
Oh,
But no.
Your own anxieties.
No. I have no anxiety of having her off the leash. Other people have anxiety about having her off the leash.
Interesting. Any people in production?
Well, that was going to be my rant.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll save it.
I'm glad you're asking. That was the only rant I could think of.
No, that's a great rant. That's a really good rant.
Okay.
Now, what kinds of garments are you receiving? And can you explain to the class what your new life is?
You guys have changed my life because you've declared me a fashion icon, and since then I've been invited to fashion shows. First time ever.
Did you go?
I went. It was incredible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Went to Calvin, Chanel. I mean, incredible.
These are invites that we don't get.
No.
No.
The Chanel, the one in the subway.
The subway. Oh, I did go to that one.
That's a
that was
really
gorgeous.
fun
Oh
one.
my God, that was amazing.
That was amazing.
And I get clothes from all these designers now. And I'm like, thank you. You've changed my life.
Honestly, well, the thanks we could return right back because it is our favorite show. I find it's more compelling every season. And we were actually talking right before you came in and then resumed the conversation with you. Just this season is so compelling. And right off the bat, one of the things that you pulled out of the couple who disagrees politically, their names are
Jason and
Marjorie.
You just flat out said, you don't know what each other cares about.
Right.
And then you were saying every time that's always a common thread.
Yeah.
We're not
they say,
actually asking.
I mean, Marjorie and Jason say that they argue all day long about politics.
Right.
I mean, long marriage. And then you ask each of them, what does the other one care about? What are their actual opinions? And they're like, they grow blank. They're like, not sure.
So after that, is this the inflection point for you to say you guys need to work on listening because you're not listening to each other? Got it.
Yeah.
You needed that piece first. You needed to confirm that they were arguing all day but not internalizing anything the other person was saying.
And I had it right in front of me. I was like, okay, start the argument. Let's listen.
Mm-hmm.
And then I asked each of them, like, what did the other one say? And what do you know about their opinions? And they were like, they drew a blank.
Wow.
I mean, that's the thing about if you listen to a lot of political arguments, people are just like sitting there and building their own argument while the other person is talking.
Yes. And was there some hedging around the sort of producing of the show on whether or not to have an example of such a marriage or a relationship on the show? Because
No,
I feel
we
like
wanted that.
Yeah.
We wanted that. We still want that. Obviously that's a very important topic nowadays.
Yes.
And it was like really important for us to have this kind of couple. We were actually seeking that kind of couple.
Yeah.
And
Because it's true that the couples have to sort of basically I might be wrong on this, but the couples sort of do have to clear, quote unquote, a certain kind of emotional intelligence or like a threshold quotient. Yeah. And so it's hard to get anyone to really sit down and sort of go through that process. But I feel like there's an extra layer of refraction to have two people who disagree politically but are married and who both mutually want this kind of therapy.
yeah, there weren't that many. That's true.
This is the crazy thing that I observe in couples, especially over the past few years, where there is a political difference, and I find that they're like, well, we just don't talk about it.
Right.
And it's just, and I've discovered that again and again. Maybe I'm seeing it through a certain lens because I'm a gay man who over-externalizes, and a lot of my friends also are very emotional and externalize a lot. But people who are in relationships, I find it with a lot of straight couples who are like, I just don't talk to my spouse about this. That is so wild to me. And I wonder if the therapy is now giving them an occasion to actually talk about it and not just argue about it.
The thing is, people reach a point where they don't talk about it. They start talking about it, and they get into like really intense disagreements. And, people just like generate their own world of facts, each in their own bubble.
Yeah.
And there's nowhere to go with it. But I don't really understand the business of like not talking about politics, because like everything we do has politics like saturated all over our smallest choices. So even couples that don't talk about politics, they're constantly talking about politics. I always talk about a couple as like a mini political system.
Yeah.
They're negotiating differences all the time.
Right.
And one of them, if one of them is more kind of, let's say, right wing, they're going to go for more domination and power solutions to difference. And someone who's more liberal is going to be more inclined to like think about multiple perspectives, and they're going to be negotiating those differences between them, even if they never talk about like Trump.
Sure.
Right.
It was
So
just
they're always talking politics.
they are.
Yeah.
And it was just surprising how quickly I'm sure editing had to do with it, but it was surprising how quickly they both locked into listening, because you prompted them to do that.
Yeah.
And I think there was like almost some immediate progress there where they both realized, oh, I guess we don't know
Yeah.
what the other person
Yeah.
cares about.
Yeah. Although, I love them. They're a great couple, and the work was incredible with them. They were just like so delightful to work with. I did have kind of a hope that we're going to, I knew in advance that they have like political differences.
Yeah.
And I wanted one of the results of my work with them, that was my own personal selfish wish, for them to align more on politics.
Sure.
Right.
And that did not happen. A little bit of that happened, but that did not happen. They got better at talking, but I thought there would be some conversion there.
Yeah.
Because do you feel like it's obviously better than how they came into the care, into the therapy, but it's at least, it's something. But like, are the politics just going to encroach on whatever like progress they've made? I don't know. I guess that's because it's sort of clinically the best thing, and sort of on a production level the best thing for you to not really keep in touch with them after it's done, right?
I see just before I'm going to see all of the couples. We're about to sit down with them just before it airs,
Right.
and just prepare them for
Right.
what's coming. So I'm going to see them
Yes. Individual, like just couple to
as
couple.
a couple. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do feel like there is this.
And with some couples, I do keep in touch a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Certain couples, I feel like are not received well
By the audience?
by the audience. And
what are you thinking?
I can name examples, but
What?
maybe that's, I feel like, first season, what's his?
Oh, everyone liked to attack Mao.
Yeah,
Mao.
and poor Mao, like,
I know. This is a learning experience for us.
sure. And like because I feel like this show is very preserved from the first. It's been so consistent.
Mm-hmm.
The choices and just stylistically and the way that the stories are told it has been so consistent. But I feel like with someone like Mao as a first example of like, oh, the audience has strong feelings about these dynamics and these people.
Yeah.
Like, what were the learnings?
Well, one thing to say before even the learnings is that I think one of the good things about the show that we've heard repeatedly every season is that seasons begin and people love to create a certain kind of scapegoat. They love to like hate on someone and decide who's bad and who are they siding with. And by the end of the season, they're like, oh, actually, I developed empathy for everyone. So that's like actually an incredible journey for the audience, that's sort of what we're after. I think it didn't go that well the first season with Mao.
Yes.
For a few different reasons. I think, first of all, the editing, sort of the way he was portrayed, I think we didn't get into we didn't have them for long enough. They didn't stay for the whole length of the treatment. They left at some point. So we didn't have enough. And I think what we focused on in terms of what was shown to the audience didn't show enough of the subtleties of who he is. And I think we learned from that.
I remember thinking that. I actually remember watching it and being like, I understand him as being unappealing because of his stubbornness in this situation, but I was like, there's also something funny and attractive about him.
He
you know
makes
what I
so
mean?
much sense in his own world.
Yeah.
Like, he just speaks deeply from his own world.
Yeah.
And you have to be willing to go into his world for Mao to make sense.
Of course. And ultimately, couples therapy is this dialectic thing where two opposing things build into something greater than the sum of like the two things, right? This is why this is your specialty. Yeah. Because one-on-one therapy is...
No, I do plenty of one-on-one. I'm
Right.
an analyst.
Yeah.
You're an analyst, but that is the special thing about couples therapy that...
Totally.
And you... I mean, and yet, do you find yourself having to tell a lot of people, I also do one-on-one? Or
Yes.
Yes, right?
Yes.
And so
But that's exactly the difference between couples work and individual work. And it is what I love about couples work, that you have to like hold multiple perspectives at the same time.
Well, it's a perfect show for me to put my phone down.
Yeah.
You know how there's like Netflix has shows where it's like they understand that the audience is on their phones.
Yeah.
But I feel like couples therapy is the rare show where it's like you have to pay attention. It's as if there were subtitles that you had to read, but there aren't.
Awesome.
You can turn them on, but you have to pay attention. You have to lock into this the way that like you are and the way that the couples are, because I feel like they've opted in just as much.
Yeah.
What was your experience when someone approached you about bringing therapy to television? Because I always wonder what thought process. Yeah, like
what the hell?
Not only just for the people having therapy, like going through it, but also you facilitating it, like the checkpoints you must have had to go through that not only every person, but every, professional that is in your field is going to also have eyes on it.
Well, when I talked with Josh and Elise, the creators of the show, when I talked with them originally, I wasn't thinking of participating as a therapist. I was just listening to their ideas, and like, I thought I want to consult to them. I have a background in film, and I thought I just want to make sure they don't make another sleazy show about like a narcissistic therapist.
Right.
And we started talking, and they're amazing people. I just love talking to them, and it was clear that they have like a real, like, dignified idea of what they want the show to look like. They really want it to be about real therapy, in depth, take the time. And then they started convincing me, like, why don't you try And first I was like, that's ridiculous. Like, I don't know how to be in front of a camera. I'm like, I'm
They were
gonna
like,
get up.
yeah, you do.
No, I didn't really.
Well, they saw it.
I guess they did.
Yeah.
But they're also verite. They're documentary filmmakers. They're like, that's not the point.
Yeah.
Right. But what was
Right.
your film background that you were saying?
I studied film.
So then,
In
so then
college.
you just understand how the sausage
Yeah,
gets
and
made.
I'm interested in the medium of film.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's a very powerful medium. I mean, especially in this culture, it's like,
Yes.
I mean, you can do a lot with good film
Mm-hmm.
and with good docs. So, yeah, but then they put the cameras in the room, and I was like, oh, actually, we do what we do even when there's a camera there, and even if I'm nervous, I know how to do this, and
Yeah.
it doesn't really make a big difference. And then you put someone in front of me, and we start talking about their issues, and they're also getting absorbed in it, and I guess we can do it.
Mm.
It made me excited to be in therapy.
Cool.
It really did. I think it does that for a lot of people. Originally, I wonder if this is one of the things that you were tipping to when you were saying like the narcissistic therapist, but the show In Treatment. Is that what you mean? Like the sort of
No.
sensationalized?
It was sensationalized,
Yeah.
but that wasn't the worst. I mean, there are plenty of shows that are like, that portray therapists as either like falling asleep on their patients
Right.
or wanting to sleep with their patients, sleeping with their patients, or just absorbed in their own shit. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like people love to project like the worst nightmare on their therapist.
Yeah.
And of course they're bad therapists, but most people are decent. They actually want to listen to their patients, and they go into the profession not because they're narcissists. There are plenty of other professions to do
But there's a
that.
bias towards the narcissist because because the medium is film or television or whatever, and it's a spotlight.
I think people, there's so much, the word transference, there's so much projection onto therapists of everything, like all the ways in which your parents have failed you or what you want from the caretaker and all the fear of how they're going to fail you again. And that's what TV kind of grabs onto, or that's what film grabs onto, those fears. It's,
That's interesting because I think the way you work around that is by talking to Dr. Virginia Goldner, and you talk to the peer group, which, by the way, my old writing the essay teacher,
Stop.
Noir Al-Sadir.
oh,
And she wrote an amazing book on laughter, on the difference
Right.
between non-Duchenne laughter and Duchenne laughter.
Right.
You want to know the difference?
Animal
is it?
Joy.
Animal Joy.
Yeah.
Amazing book. It's
Yeah.
it's actually like for comedy. I think comedy people should read this book. I'm surprised that it's not like circulated more among comedians. But it's a whole thing about non-Duchenne laughter, which is voluntary laughter, like haha, like you're laughing as a way to like move the
Conscious
conversation
laughter,
along.
yeah.
Just it's real. It's the guardrails for a conversation to just move along.
Yeah.
A little joke about the weather, whatever. Duchenne laughter is open mouth, involuntary, corpsing laughter. Something's gone terribly wrong. Ha ha ha! Like nervous laughter,
Yeah.
or it's like joyful, like oh my god, that like a break on SNL. Like
Yeah.
I was like, oh, like a break on SNL is actually just Duchenne laughter.
Yeah.
But Noir Al-Sadir, what a small world. And I reached out to her. I was like,
Right, but what
so
how do you know that?
all the grad students basically at NYU or like the adjuncts, whatever, had and they hated this, I'm sure, but they had to teach all the NYU freshmen across all the schools had to take a 1 semester long class called writing the essay, just writing an expository essay about your life. And
Core curriculum.
core curriculum stuff.
I see.
So like the Tisch kids in the acting school and the theater school had to take it. The chemistry majors had to take it. The business majors, it was just the one core class that everyone had to take. And she was my professor.
Awesome.
And I wrote it. I don't even know what the fuck I wrote. But she read it and she gave me a mediocre grade, which I deserved.
Okay.
But she's amazing. But I reached out to her. I was like, oh my God, it's so cool. I think she's fantastic.
awesome.
But that's a
Yeah.
great group. What differences are you getting from each group or from the group and Dr. Goldner?
Virginia is my original mentor. I mean, that's why I brought her onto the show.
That's
I mean, she
amazing.
really taught me the whole couples therapy thing. And I guess we get kind of deeper into like clinical nuances and explaining what's going on in the treatment. With the peer group, they're all my friends. I mean, they're really my colleagues. They're not like chosen for the show. They're really the people that I talk to about patients. And first of all, they're really interesting. They have very different perspectives on the work, each of them. And sitting with them, I feel like they're like helping me carry the load of doing this work. I mean, it's an intense thing to do. I mean, it's an intense thing to be an analyst, to be a therapist, but to be doing it for TV is like, it's a lot of responsibility, like big time. And they're kind of carrying the emotional responsibility with me. They're like my buddies, and they're thinking with me, and it's very helpful.
Yeah.
And are they watching the footage or the dailies?
Yeah, they watch,
Yep.
not all of it, but they watch kind of select.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because this season you talked to an autism and neurodivergent expert.
Right.
And the way she was commenting on Clinton, I was like, oh, she must be privy to the footage at least.
Yes.
To like understand
Yeah.
his kind.
Yeah.
And so I was always curious about it, but it didn't really click for me until this season, like 5 seasons in, where I was like, oh, I guess these other people are like in on the sessions too, or at least they get to watch.
They get edits.
They get edits. I see.
Yeah. We choose kind of what would be important to talk about, what I'm struggling with. Or
Yeah.
I mean, the thing about Clinton, yeah, he's neurodivergent, and he does things like he's packaged in a slightly different way, but the emotions that he puts out there make sense.
Right.
Very much so. They're very direct, and he explains himself well. He's very verbal. They're just very raw.
Yeah.
But it's the same material that we're made of.
Right.
Yes,
He's just, packaged a little differently. I mean, it was not hard. I actually really loved working with them. I like working with all the people that stay. But it would be different in a relationship, I think.
Right.
Yes.
As a therapist, you have the luxury of like coming in, spending some hours working on it, and then you go home and you're like dealing with your own people.
Yeah.
I think in a relationship it's different when someone is really different from you or wired different. I mean, generally difference is difficult, but when people are kind of structurally different, it's hard.
Well, I don't know if you've gotten to this part, but there's a moment where Shay kind of tells you, like, I'm trying to, like, his diagnosis is relatively recent, and he's letting all of this define everything about him,
Right.
or something along those lines.
Right.
And then he says, of course it defines everything about me. Your transness defines everything about you.
Yeah.
And it kind of immediately clarified things for, I think, both of them. And maybe for you, where Shay she was just kind of like, I think she took that in, and she understood
took that in, but as far as I remember that session, as far as I remember, I don't know if it was in the edits, but she then said to him, actually, no longer.
Oh,
It used
wow,
to, but no longer.
I don't think I remember that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe it wasn't in there, but she did understand, but she was like, I've been trans long enough that is no longer kind of the defining feature for me.
And I think, and you notice that right away, where you're like, where you tell Virginia, like, oh, the recency of the diagnosis is like kind of, that has a lot of texture here.
Yeah.
And I think like what you're saying is there's like a misalignment, or they're just, I guess, he's not being understood in the way that he wants to be, or she is maybe ahead of him in terms of personal development in a way, in all these areas where she's making money for the two of them, and she's lived independently for a long time, and all these things. And like, I just think there are about 1 million different things in these people's lives across all your couples where you have to find your way into them, even though you don't really have something firsthand to latch onto.
Right.
And now, a vital break from our sponsor, Vital Proteins.
You know the blue tub you've probably seen everywhere? That's Vital Proteins collagen peptides. Now, why use them?
Because they're the experts, the #1 collagen brand in the US. I'm talking about ingredients backed by science and shown to be effective.
I mean, when we hit about age 30, our bodies naturally produce less collagen. And collagen has a lot of benefits. A lot! Collagen peptides are a simple wellness supplement that supports healthy hair, skin, nails, bones, and best of all, joints.
And it's easy to use. Add a serving to whatever you're already drinking. Morning coffee, afternoon tea, daily smoothie, weekly whatever.
I use Vital Proteins collagen every morning. I just mix it into my coffee or a smoothie. It's super easy, and it's become a simple part of my daily routine.
But however you do it, consistency is the key. It's crazy how something so effective is so easy.
And right now, you can get 20% off your next order by going to vitalproteins.com and using promo code Las Culturistas 20. That's Las Culturistas 20 at checkout.
Huge thanks again to our sponsor, Vital Proteins.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
I thought you said it was proven by science.
Never said that. I just said it was good.
As I said earlier, it's when I said about the political system, couples are all about like figuring out how to deal with someone who's other than you.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little more extreme with Shay and Clinton, but it's just a little more extreme.
Yeah. I think when you get into a relationship too, you never get into, or I've been surprised every time. I'm on my fourth boyfriend, and they're all really different. If you lined them all up and said, what do you have in common? And it was that they dated the same person, your mind would be blown. But like,
can I ask you, and
Sure.
are you different in each relationship?
Mm-hmm. That's a really interesting question. I think I try to, this is something I haven't really admitted out loud, but sometimes I find myself wanting to give them the same like nicknames I gave another one, and I go, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Because I'm realizing that's me and
Right.
the way I want to express myself, but then I'm just like on an island by myself there for no
Right.
reason.
Right.
And so, but that was just like a really interesting thing. And I think like the thing about all four of them is all their complexes were so different, and you never would have expected I'm going to be in a relationship with someone that is dealing with this kind of thing. You just don't think when you're getting into something with someone or you're falling in love with someone. Yeah.
That you're going to meet that thing, that's what's going to show up like time into it. Yeah.
I think one of the things I said about myself forever was like, I'm never going to be in like a distance relationship. And now I am. And I was like, and it's like just funny the things that you like, the places you find yourself and the challenges that you have. And a lot of the things that I find myself dealing with is like, how exactly did I get here?
Mm-hmm.
Then you can deal with what it is.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I'm tempted to ask you questions.
You
You can ask me questions.
Well, did you, like let's say with these four people,
Yeah.
did you somehow unconsciously kind of know something about them, which is why you picked what you then found out later on?
So this is something funny. Every time I saw a picture of each one of them,
I said, that's my boyfriend.
I said, that's my boyfriend.
Oh,
And I was right every single time. I don't know if that means that I was like manifesting it or that I actually acted on it in a way.
saw something that you needed, and that something will show up. You spend enough time with a person, then you realize what you saw in that picture.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You saw something
Yeah.
that showed up a lot later.
Yeah, there's something weird. It's like I'll see the photo. It's happened to me 4 times in my life. I see the photo of the person and I'm like, that's my boyfriend. I'm not sure how, but it is. And every single time it's proven to be true.
And you can probably look back, if you really looked at what happened in the relationship, you can look back and say, that's what I saw in this picture. I saw that quality.
That's really interesting.
But they're different strains or different qualities in all
Yeah.
four.
Yeah.
Because you're changing and you're needing different things.
Yeah. It's just interesting. It's just like, it's one of those things. And I do think a common thing about each one of them is in each picture, each one of them was performing a little bit. You know what I mean? And
Aren't we all?
maybe
Yeah.
I recognize that about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like one of our best friends, Jared, we dated a long time ago, and he does this thing in pictures where he just looks a little tough. But he's like such a soft, cuddly, gooey guy who just wants to talk about like Olivia Rodrigo.
Yeah.
And but in his pictures it's
But you picked up on that kind of...
yeah, I think I saw humor in it. You know?
Was
Yeah.
that what made you say that's my boyfriend though? Like what was the thing about
For sure.
I think I thought he was super hot, and I thought
Yeah,
like
but super hot is
everyone.
how things appear to us, but we don't understand why.
Mm-hmm.
Like somebody will show me someone who's super hot to them, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
But to them, because it's tickling something that matters to them.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Do you find that?
I've heard of this. I've known about this thread where he's looked at a picture and he's gone, that's my boyfriend. And I have other friends who also kind of have that same knee-jerk thing where they're like, well, that's my husband, and then they will end up getting married.
Yeah. And what's your theory about that?
I don't really have one except, isn't that interesting?
Okay.
But I don't know.
Well, here's the theory.
That's the theory is that it's interesting.
That they're picking up on something.
Uh-huh.
And you see a lot. I mean, you know as comedians that you can express so much in like the tiniest gesture of the face and the way the body moves, and like you've expressed like a whole world in that. The people are not conscious of, but it goes. It conveys information.
What about me when I completely misread the signals almost always?
Say more.
I mean, oh my God, it's so cool to hear you say that to me.
Now where are you?
Now where are you? And where are you in this?
Like, why are you listening to him?
Always.
No, I just whatever. I feel like I cast a wide net and then I get a couple crabs, so to speak.
Meaning you're not looking?
Oh no,
You're not-
no. I feel like gosh.
Meaning you're not actually looking?
Oh,
I think that's more dead on.
You're not paying attention.
Sure. So Matt's thing with me is always, well, maybe it's that guys are afraid to approach you or something. And I'm like, and then what I've internalized with like parental voices and just the voices in my head that are just all the way back from childhood. I'm so sorry to make you do this.
Go ahead. It's okay.
It's just that it's like, oh, well, like the worthiness, my own sense of worth is not like aligning with the possibility that this could be,
Yeah.
that this is possible at all.
Right.
So
may I translate?
please.
So you're saying that whatever noise you're getting from the inside is putting a filter and you don't actually see who's in front of you.
Or that I immediately write it off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
A lot of noise coming from the inside, and it's like getting in the way of you seeing what's going on.
Absolutely. Just so many super constructed frequencies kind of amplifying each other.
I see you in my head as a turtle who doesn't know your shell has some spikes. Wow. Sometimes I think that he doesn't realize when he's pushing when he's being
withdrawing.
I think you withdraw when you get maybe a little nervous, and I think that what you're picking up on is like people are intimidated by me is I actually think they're not, but you react a little bit more strongly than I think you realize.
Okay.
That's my read on it as his best friend of 15 years.
Yeah.
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 Has he ever said that to you before?
Yeah. I don't think he's made the turtle comparison, but it's a great
turtle thing came to me just now.
Nice.
Yeah. Very good.
I was picturing one of those Mario turtles, like where they have the ones you don't want to be around that fly down and they have the spikes on their shells, like a Bowser type, really, Orna.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, a Bowser type.
Bowen
is a Bowser type.
I'm a Bowser
but not
type.
really. Not like that. He ain't roaring. He's got jokes though.
What do you think is what do you think is the healthiest relationship in pop culture? Mario and Peach? No, but Peach is always
no.
What's the healthiest relationship in pop culture?
Oh, but you know, you even told us.
You don't know much pop culture.
I'm so sorry. No. We're moving past this because Dr. Orna even told us I know nothing about pop culture. Why am I putting you on the spot and making you? I'm so sorry.
When you are the culture, you don't need to know it.
Oh yes.
You're the style icon of the year.
I'm going to say that from now on. I am the culture. I don't know anything.
That's a good line.
Okay.
Just when you're strolling down Park Slope, be like, listen, I am the culture.
Park Slope's okay. Nobody challenges me there.
They're all doing their own thing.
Everyone's in pajamas.
We do want to ask you, though, this central question of our show. And,
yes.
you know, we usually do have people in the entertainment world, and not obviously you are, but, you know, this is an interesting thing to ask you, Dr. Orna. What was the culture that made you say culture was for you? Defining culture, whether it be atmospheric or pop cultural, that you think moved you in a you direction.
Okay, I did think about it, but I'm a little worried that it's going to be out of touch with what's normally happening here, or like sound. So what I thought were two things. One was David Lynch's Twin Peaks.
Well, yeah, sure.
That was like, when that show came out, I was like, okay, I belong to this world.
Wow.
What about it?
The way it was unsettling.
Unsettling, going for the weird, not afraid to go for like the unconscious material and go really far into it and manifest it visually. It was just like, oh, I relate to this.
Can you
The
believe that was on
weirdness, the
ABC? Can you
No.
believe that was on network
Just like a
television?
network television show
Yeah.
that would never stand a chance in
Yeah.
hell now.
Right, right. But that was an amazing moment.
Yeah,
Me.
just real emotional texture and
Yeah.
terrain and stuff that's not easy to digest.
And a lot about like madness,
Mm-hmm.
about the madness of like the psyche, like all the edges of the psyche.
Was this before you wanted to go into therapy? Yes,
No,
because
I've
you were
already
young.
been in therapy
Yeah.
by then. I've already
Sure.
explored the edges.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great.
That's why it appealed to you.
That's
Yeah.
why it appealed to you.
Yeah.
And was there another answer?
The other one was Pina Bausch has this piece called Café Mueller. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
I don't think so.
It's an incredible dance piece where, and it's dance theater, and it's couples. It's all couples, but it's just, highly recommended. It's one
Okay.
of the most moving and intense and beautiful pieces that captures something incredible about humanity and about relationships and both the appeal and the impossibility of relationships.
Right.
It's a really incredible piece
And which directly links to
to what I do and
Yeah,
what I'm interested
yeah.
in. Yeah.
I love when the answer is clearly a thread.
Okay.
Like it's just
And I actually enjoy it more when it's something that I have not seen
Okay.
because I'm learning something.
What is it about the relationships on display there? Just like they're very emotional.
They're very emotional. All her work is very emotional, but it's also funny. It's always witty. And there's a lot of meta in it, in all of her dance pieces. Like it's both like really sensual and very now, but also intellectual. But she plays a lot with gender in those pieces. Men, women, men, women, and power structures and dependency and independence, like people kind of jump on each other, hold on to each other, push each other away. There's a lot of longing and mourning and aggression, and it's like all the things that make us humans. It's and beautiful.
Yeah.
Do you get any sort of synesthetic isn't the right word, but as you are in treatment with people, I feel like you are like seeing something or sensing something that like is kind of channeling in through something that is not purely intellectual, although
Yeah.
of course it is. Like, is there any description you have on that?
I think it would be. I wonder if you guys, as actors and comedians, if you talk about this, but people convey like a huge amount of information beyond the words they use. Sometimes it's aligned with the words they use, but often it's like of a different nature. Sometimes it's even opposite of what they're saying. But, like I'm moving my hands, like my eyes, like the body, you feel it when you're sitting with people. All of this information is transpiring between us, and a lot of it is very unconscious. That's why I said like years later you can look at the picture and then you realize the
this is what
information
it
was there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But it takes us a long time to understand it in words and in our conscious mind. But as an analyst, you're trained to be like an antenna that listens to all of it. So like when I'm sitting with patients, it's like I'm like an antenna that receives a lot of information, and I've learned over the years to translate that into material that I can think of. I don't know. Was that an answer?
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Okay.
Because even your body language in those sessions is active listening.
Yes. I move my face, I move my hands, I move in my chair a lot. I'm in.
My favorite part of the show is the micro expressions that it picks up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's I think when the camera finds the
Yeah.
partner who's receiving the information and you can see them either working it out or disagreeing or whatever it is. And then obviously without fail picks up with you, where are you? You know what I mean? And I think that's my favorite thing about the show. And it is, it is a skill to be sitting and receiving what someone is saying
All
while
this
also
multi-sensory
tracking
stuff.
what the other person is going through, which is really one of the most important things about what is being said.
Yeah.
And just the cameras being hidden the way they are or placed the way they are
hidden,
is...
I can tell you that sometimes there are sessions where the DP or someone who's been looking through one of the cameras tells me something about someone's facial expression that I didn't see.
Ah. Wow.
Yeah.
Would you call it verite? Like, because documentary isn't totally accurate, and but I think the appeal of the show for so many people, the reason why it's a broad, inviting, appealing show is because it scratches the sort of voyeuristic reality show itch that everyone kind of has, like their base. Not everyone, but like I certainly do, and yet it feels like it's verite. It is the truth.
It's verite because no one is influencing anything other than me trying to help people get better. But no one's telling us do this, do that, or make it more this, or have the treatment end well. It's the cameras are just there, and the editors are just waiting for the footage to just tell the story as it is.
Sure. And are the lights on the soundstage mimicking what the daylight situation is outside?
Okay, it had to.
Yes.
Because I'm like, oh, it's such a
looks
gorgeous
so
evening.
luxe.
Yes.
It's yeah.
I'm in such a world right now after what you said. I have to tell you, I'm
Tell
really
me.
thinking about it. Like I was thinking about, because it happened a fifth time.
With
And it's
someone.
The picture?
Yes. So this is years and years and years ago. I just got to NYU, and we have a very close friend who remains one of our best friends to this very day. His name is Dave. And I saw him in a picture, and he was from Rhode Island. I'm from Long Island, and we hadn't met. And it was his parents, who sort of look like my parents, and his sister, who was exactly 3 years younger than him, and we dressed similarly, and I could tell we were from a similar like culture of upbringing. And I thought in my mind when I saw that picture, I was like, I have to date that boy.
Wow.
I have to. And I think what I really needed at the time was someone who was like me.
Yeah, you needed some twinning.
I needed someone who was like, you're like me and you're going to be okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think my first boyfriend, Henry, I was 25, he's so sweet. And he was coming across in the picture as very cuddly and sweet. And I knew I was due for a first relationship, and he was the one for that.
Yeah.
I had an ex that messed me up. And I think what I saw in the picture was like, that
Danger.
guy's going to fuck the shit out of me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And I think I'm just working it out now. It's like that thing, it has to be something beyond I'm clairvoyant and I see a picture and I know this thing. It's your body telling you like that's the thread we need to follow. Like, and it's a visual.
Totally.
I'm really happy I can finally find that.
Yeah.
Because now I know. It's like, you have a reaction to something. It's like telling you something else.
It's to fulfill a psychological need at the time.
Right.
Yeah. And you pick up on the cue without knowing. Mm-hmm. Our conscious mind is so behind everything else that's happening.
Yeah, all your conscious mind knows to do is to obsess.
Yeah.
That's,
or to say hot.
Yeah, hot.
Yeah.
Or then send a DM you shouldn't send, or...
Yeah.
Introducing M&M's caramel you already love, now popped into a totally new texture.
I'd say M&M's are one of those truly iconic snacks.
They've just launched a brand new freeze-dried innovation that brings a whole new vibe to the M&M lineup.
I mean, come on. What's not to love about M&M's by itself?
And if it's freeze-dried, I feel like I'm in space. M&M's continues to be that girl. The crunch is unexpected in the best way.
Way crisper than you'd think. Like you bite into one and there's this little pop that you don't see coming from something that still tastes like classic M&M's caramel.
Sure, they don't look exactly like the M&M's you know, but they are the M&M's you love. They're perfect for snacking when watching television, scrolling on your phone, or settling in for a movie.
And I'm already thinking they'll be great to have on hand while watching the Culture Awards.
Yes. The best part is they've got that classic M&M's caramel flavor. It's available in stores now.
I'm going to try one right now. Amazing.
Pop, pop.
I really do like them. I really wonder what you think. Have you always worked with same-sex couples?
Yeah.
So I wonder what you think about just, as gay men who are, in different stages of dating. And this obviously is a big topic on this podcast. I wonder what you've seen change or not change about same-sex relationships since you started practicing or working with couples to now, as the world has changed so much about the way that we're accepted or discussed.
I can offer up the prevalence of open relationships among gay men.
Yeah.
Being more
Not
recent.
only among gay men,
Of course.
open relationships
Yes,
in
yes.
general.
In general.
I mean, that's one of the gifts that
Keeps
gay
giving.
men, no, the gay men offer society.
Oh, sure. I thought you were going to say it's a gift that keeps on giving for you.
No, I wasn't
No, I'm
saying
kidding.
that.
I'm kidding.
The idea of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
The idea of it has been, I think, excellent. I mean, opening up all these like barriers, but going
very
back
French.
to that interesting question. There are some. I mean, I've been working for a long time. I'm old, and there are some obvious things, which is like earlier on in my career, gay men would come, and there would be so much palpable internalized homophobia. It was like thick, and it's so much lighter now.
Right.
It's not gone.
No.
Not gone, but so much lighter now, and there's so much more language around it, and just people have the capacity to think about it,
Yeah.
rather than for homophobia to kind of clutch them without them understanding what's destroying them.
Yeah. That you can do it to yourself.
Yes,
Right.
Yes.
of course, yeah.
I maybe back a couple of decades ago, even like there was just something death drive related to the fact that like that like your sort of bill of health was so commodified, or was a thing that like conferred status on people that was completely constructed. You know what I mean? Just in terms of in like a pre-prep society when like
Yeah, you're talking about the AIDS.
Yes,
like,
yes.
I know, and that period of time, that was like insane. Like how much like homophobia got like wrapped into all these other death drive. It was that was horrible. Not to mention that there were all these deaths that people were dealing
Yes,
with.
yes.
I mean, that was like that was a very, very complicated time period. Anyway, so that's on the grand scale of things, of how things have changed. Nowadays there are other big things that are happening that are affecting not only gay couples, but, this sense of like foreshortened future, that there's less of where's this world going, climate, AI, and which has an impact on relationships. So, I mean, I'm going to make a generalization that I don't know if it's true. It's just what I see in my practice. It's not like a real study, but it almost had like an inverse effect on gay relationships versus straight relationships. Like straight people are less in a hurry to get into relationships. They kind of don't see a future. And gay, this is vast generalization, gay people are more okay with settling into relationships and less kind of
sure.
anxiously bopping around. I don't know how to exactly theorize about that.
We said to a friend on the podcast recently, this is the first time, maybe in like human history, where we are mourning the future in advance.
Yes, well put.
And so, like,
Well put.
is that maybe part of it where gay couples feel, why not fulfill the psychological need for them culturally or whatever individually, where it's like, well, this thing that like I was told was never available to me, let me try to make that happen as whatever, quickly or whatever, more in as fulfilling of a way as possible.
Yeah.
And straight people are kind of like, well, what's the point?
What's the point? I'm supposed to be doing this, but the promise is gone.
They're seeing examples of their friends with children and seeing how difficult it is to raise them, and
how do you imagine a future for them? Yeah.
I think maybe that's something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't find that to be a generalization. That actually feels
You resonate with that?
definitely.
I think so. I've definitely thought more often lately, just the general
Malaise.
Yeah. Like even tonight, our friends are like, we're gonna go to jockstrap night at the Eagle, and I was
And
like,
you of course love the Eagle. I'm sure you got plenty of
yeah. And
Yeah.
I know the eagle. Yeah.
Come with us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Be pleased. It'd be too huge of a hit.
Okay.
But I can't think of anything I'd want to do less, honestly.
Yeah.
And I do wonder if that's just me getting older or feel like I already did it. But I feel like in a world where it's this idea of mourning the future,
Yeah.
I've already done a lot of the
Yeah.
frivolous, careless stuff.
Right.
You know, there's this song. It's called "If the World Was Ending," and it talks about like the lyric is, "If the world was ending, you'd come over, right?" Just asking one person, like,
Yeah.
I just want to check in with you, like that. If the world was gonna end and we all knew it, and we had an hour to get to someone, you would do that, right? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's this idea
exactly.
that, yeah. And I think
And if the
that,
world is ending, can we finally just be together?
right.
Yeah.
If it was, you know, and of course the song is written because this idea is out there in the ether, and I just feel like I've done all this. I know what that feels like. I don't really know what it feels like to be like secure, you know,
right.
this idea, like I've always fought with this idea of monogamy because I feel like I'm talking as a version of my past self. You know
What
what I
do you
mean?
mean?
That wouldn't be able or wouldn't want to not. It's this thing I have in my head about it, not meaning I had freedom or something, or why should it be cheating if if
Yeah.
this happens? It's like,
Yeah.
but nowadays it's like I don't know if it's my general energy for all of that because it does take a lot of work,
Right.
or it's something else. But I can wrap my head around the concept of it now.
Yeah.
And I could have been just railing against monogamy as a concept because that was the heterosexual concept and therefore I didn't
Right.
like it.
Right.
But that's changed, I think. It's
Yeah.
interesting you say that because I see that in myself.
Yeah.
And maybe it's that idea of mourning the future. Okay, if we're mourning the future, maybe I should look at things a different way. If we're mourning,
Yeah.
It was a thing that was not available to us growing up in the sense that like we were watching our straight friends couple up and do the things like in middle school and high school and like just developmentally sort of like grow with the time and the age that they were,
Yeah.
or something like
we
that.
gave that up a long
we gave that
time
up.
ago. Yeah.
We never had it.
I don't know if gave it up. Never had it.
Never had
allowed to have it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I went through conversion therapy.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm finally on the other side of it. It'll always come back.
Are you okay to say something?
Yeah.
about
Oh,
it?
absolutely. It was total quackery. 8 weeks. This guy trying, like, sort of, drip feeding it to me. Where the first 4 sessions were like talk therapy, tradition, like just nothing, no sort of dogmatic agenda to it at all.
Grooming you.
Huh?
Grooming you.
Grooming me. Oh, how ironic. And so, and then the back half was, okay, let's talk me through a moment where you felt attracted to a man. And where were you? How were you feeling? It was like, how were you feeling in your body? What was your posture? You were hunched over. Well, that must mean that you were were you in pain? You must have been in pain. So let's just start associating your same-sex attraction with moments where you were in distress.
Oh my God.
And that was what was kind of it's so early on internalized for me.
Wow.
And
it's like
yeah.
using CBT.
Yes, it was full CBT, but like in
It's
a
like mind manipulation. Wow.
and the
It's
second,
violence.
So the
Yeah.
the
Total
second
violence.
yeah. And I should tell you, the second to last session,
Did you know that something bad is being done to you?
no, I think that was the goal of the first 4 sessions, the grooming.
Right. The grooming. Yeah.
So the ultimatum was for my parents. Long story short, they find out I'm gay. My college acceptances are coming in. My sister, whatever. And so the ultimatum is either you stay in state in Colorado and go to school here and live with us, or you can go to New York and live with your sister. If you go through this conversion therapy. The irony was that my sister went to NYU, the gayest undergrad in the world.
Awesome.
They created one of the most publicly gay people in America.
Awesome.
And I'm so happy they did.
Oh my God. So I acquiesced, and I was coming home to my parents like sobbing at the dinner table every single night, and I was like, I have to make, as a child of immigrants, I'm like, I have to make this right. I've like, this is the biggest, this is a wound upon the family it's on me to heal. So I go along with this, and the second to last session, we're fine. I'm going. I'm like giving it a go. I'm like, okay, my identity is malleable. Sure, I'm growing, like neuroplasticity, whatever. My dad goes, can you give us referrals for people in New York who do this? And he's like, sure, I will come up with the list for the last session. I go home. Next week is the last session. I go in. He wants to reflect, sort of put a cap on the whole thing. He's like, so let's just reflect on what this is. And then we talk about it. And then he goes, I want to share with you an anecdote about one of my former patients. This former patient of mine was driving along the highway in California, and his car starts to break down, and he has to get off in San Bernardino. Not somewhere you want to be. He gets off at San Bernardino, and he stops at a Denny's. It's late at night. He goes to the Denny's. He sits down. The waiter comes over to him. He has a glint in his eye, pours him coffee. There's a connection. And I go, am I gonna really have sex with this waiter? He switches into the first person. And then he catches himself.
Oh my God.
And he goes, I mean, my patient was saying, and I caught him in the lie. The blood leaves his face. Mm-hmm. Everything about the last 8 weeks was completely destroyed in that moment.
Clear to you. It was completely clear to you that
exactly.
This is a charade.
Yes.
Wow.
He rushes to finish the session. I leave kind of shell-shocked, like, okay, yeah, like this is a lie, and the diplomas on his wall are all fake. Or they're just shams.
They don't matter. Even if he earned them, they don't matter in this moment.
And so then he brings me out to the waiting room where my dad sits, and he's like, that was a great last session, and these are the names. I could only find one name of someone who does this in New York. And he's not even in New York. He is in New Jersey. And then my dad goes, well, you can take the train out to Jersey every week, right? And I was like, yeah, I'll take the New Jersey Transit to see this therapist once a week while I'm in college. Mm-hmm. I knew in that moment, I think even my dad knew, this is not going to continue. Never happening.
Yeah.
And that was like just this sort of unceremonious, hilarious in a way end to that whole saga.
Wow.
Yeah. But I'm still kind of like convalescing from this.
Of course.
Yeah.
Did you see Matthew and Gianni?
Yeah.
Yes. And it's just it's so intense. And I keep writing it off, and people keep wanting to talk about it, and sometimes I'm cagey about it, and sometimes but I'm just like, and I think people have this sense that I'm a reserved person who like shuts down, dissociates, I'm disconnected from things, and I'm like, well, yeah, I guess
this happened to me.
This happened to me, and I have to be protective.
There is like when it gets, I hear you saying like sometimes it depends who wants to talk about it, because there is this sensationalizing that happens in the media about conversion therapy. Like, oh, can you believe it? What a survivor. And it's like, yes, this is true, but like when it's in print or something, and when it's for someone else, like it's hard because that is your real experience, and it's very hard to walk through that.
And I think an image gets conjured up in other people's brains about like me with like electrodes or whatever.
Right.
And it's like,
I actually did have that image.
Did you?
Yeah, I did think about like this like.
Right, and that's okay because that's
ECT for women, you know.
Yes.
Like, that are like that were too histrionic.
Exactly.
Hysterical women.
Yeah.
It is, and you would, and I don't fault you for that, but I think it's just the portrayal of it in media or some such makes it so that like people have this like, people project onto me like their condolences or whatever, and I'm like, I think like it was fine, and it was actually quite boring.
Yeah.
But what it did was very pernicious and very slow, and it's been very hard to sort of like wade through that. But thank you for listening to me tell you that story.
Well, thank you for being open.
Anyway.
When people tell on themselves, it's so like years and years and years ago. This is and don't do this, and no one would now. I was a freshman at NYU, and me and my friend went into the Scientology building, and we were like, let's see how crazy it is. And this guy gave us a tour. They split us up, by the way.
Of course.
Yeah. They gave us a tour, and I was like, I gotta get the hell out of here. So at the end, he's like, okay, just sign this thing and we'll go. And I just the last thing I said was, what made you want to get into this? And he goes, well, for a really long time, I used to be really angry.
And I'm still
And
really angry.
And he was so mad.
Yeah.
And then me and my friend are like, oh my God, looking at each other like,
Yeah.
what? And
Run.
he goes, and I just feel like ever since I came here, I'm not angry anymore.
Yeah. Right.
And we were like, okay,
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
time to
to
leave
go.
Scientology Times
Yeah.
Square
Yeah.
at this juncture.
Yeah.
18-year-old me and Lizzie.
Lizzie.
We got the heck out of there. But
Yeah.
it's I feel bad.
The veneer always cracks, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like even with this guy who like professionally was paying it forward in terms of getting people to go back in the closet. It didn't work on him.
Right.
You know what I mean? But my last question before we get into I Don't Think So, Honey, is now that you're doing press for this, and in the years that you've done press for the show, do you feel like there's a kind of scaled up avoidance of transference, or that you feel like you have to like be very guarded about your own personal life or not share too many details about yourself so that the audience does not
Focus
counter
on me.
transfer on you in a way because they
I
are
don't-
parasocially
yes.
seeing you as a therapist?
Yeah, I mean that's been from the beginning of us doing the show. I mean the filmmakers who are now seriously they could be analysts. They've gone through analytic training with me,
Wow.
but early on they were like, "Well, you're going to be an important person in the show. We want you involved. We want to know a lot about you." And I was like, "No, it's not going to work."
Yeah.
If you know too much about me, because the whole idea is for the therapist to kind of move to the background to some degree and to let the action unfold, not to focus on me. And I think that's a very important part of the show, that it's not about me and my personality and my background and all of that, but it's about the work.
I feel like you probably have to be boundaried about that in the promotion of the show. I'm sure
Yeah.
people want to ask you things about
Yes.
yourself where
But
you're
people,
like,
I think people are well trained by now.
good.
Yeah.
That's great. Because I'm
You
even
guys
like,
have been very nice. You
Good.
haven't asked me very personal questions. Thank you.
I was like, come to the Eagle. I mean, I'm sitting here thinking, like, I wonder at the
Okay.
Eagle if we can get into her therapy.
Not on camera.
Exactly.
Yeah.
no problem. This is I Don't Think So, Honey.
Yeah.
And we have a preview of what yours is going to be, but we'll go first
Yeah.
Okay.
to sort of set the syntax or whatever.
I have a therapy-based one or emotional-based one.
Okay.
Because I realized this today, actually, because it happened.
All right.
Okay, here we go.
This is Matt Rodgers' I Don't Think So, Honey. His time starts now.
I don't think so, honey, passive aggression. Because I think I realized what I hate about it. It makes me feel like you think I'm an idiot. Like I don't see it. And that's what bothers me.
Was I being that?
No, you can be,
Of course.
but you were not being it. Because I think you know that I'm smart. But some people I think that don't, or they're not giving me the credit that I don't pick up on every little thing that you say passive aggressively. I would rather you insult me.
30 seconds.
I would rather you be aggressive than be passive aggressive because of the thing that's running alongside it, which is they're too dumb or they're too self-involved to pick up on what I'm also saying. Like, or what the underlying meaning of
15
this
seconds.
is. Like, I promise you I pick up on it. And the fact that I then have to sit with it is also a noxious thing you're doing. You're not saying what it
5
is.
seconds.
It's something you want me to ruminate on. And because I do think so, honey, I don't think so, honey. It's working, and that's why I don't like it.
And that's 1 minute.
But the passive aggressive behavior, I've realized, like, is the thing that gets me the most.
But that is the theme of our hour together. Like the idea, really, we have a theme here.
Really?
Yeah, because you're talking about the fact that the words might not be really what the person is conveying.
Right.
They're conveying so much more,
Yeah.
and you're supposed to ignore all the stuff, but you're picking up on all of it.
Yeah.
That they're being hostile and mean, and
Yeah.
you're supposed to like go along with it while you've picked up on it.
Somebody said,
Like just say it directly. Just have the
Mm-hmm.
words and the behavior match.
yes, this is what set me off. Somebody said, well, so-and-so is the only person that listens to me. And I was just like,
Right.
I was like, I don't listen to you.
Right.
Like, and I was just like, it's a couple things. It's like, you don't think I'll pick up on that and be upset about it, or that it would hurt my feelings, and that you would say it in a way that you knew would hurt my feelings when, you know what I mean?
But not own it.
But not
right.
own it.
Yeah.
It's like cowardly.
Yeah.
It's like I do feel like passive aggression, like especially in well-established relationships or relationships where you know there's a lot of care. I find that if I ever am like reacting in a way, people are like, oh, you snapped. It's like I don't even notice I'm doing it. I think I'm just super sensitive to not being given the credit to handle direct information. Yeah.
And are you hoping for them to give you that sort of directness in kind?
I'm hoping that people just tell me what's up.
Yeah.
Like, you have something,
Yeah.
say it.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because they feel like I'm going to have an answer for everything. So they'd rather not directly give me
Right.
the information because they know that I react very quickly and I'm a verbal processor. But I still don't like it.
Yeah.
You know, like,
I'm with you.
yeah, I bet.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And it was just, but it's, you know, again, like, that's why I love the show so much, is because it helps you realize things about yourself.
Yeah.
Because suddenly I'm like, well, they're right. You know what I mean? And then this other thing comes in where I'm like, oh my God, like, you know, but again, had we just said the thing,
Yeah.
but not everyone is just ready to say the thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Because there's a whole ocean of nonverbal communication that's happening under the surface.
And because we push, we repress, we dissociate, we don't know everything.
Mm-hmm.
Our conscious mind is a latecomer.
Yeah.
I'm reading The Lathe of Heaven by Ursula K. Le Guin. Have you read it?
No.
Okay.
What is
Sci-fi
it?
novel written in the 70s about like a man who has the power to change the world in his dreams, and so he goes to a doctor. And she wrote like The Left Hand of Darkness. She's like very queer, very like ahead of her time, still ahead of her time, even though she passed away about 10 years ago. Sci-fi writer. But it's basically his clinician understanding his power, like inducing sleep in him, but like influencing his dreams so that he gets what he wants.
Oh, wow.
It's anyway. So there's just, I don't know why I bring this up, just in terms of like that, in terms of the subconscious mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like having
But
this
also
kind of
the
directive.
bad doctor.
No, and it ends up being this. It ends up
Is
being
he?
this. He's the villain of the.
Yeah.
It's the patient understanding what's being done to him, and
Yeah.
he has to stop the doctor. It's
Yeah.
incredible. I have a more frivolous one.
Yeah.
I have a more frivolous
Okay,
one, but
so-
it's still therapy related.
This is Bowen Yang's I Don't Think So, Honey. His time starts now.
I don't think so, honey. The white noise machines outside the therapist's office. Come on. I mean, I understand it's important for that for that arrangement. Sometimes I want brown noise. Sometimes I want pink noise. I want different
brown noise?
frequencies. It's such a different frequency of noise.
Got it.
But it actually has the potential to lull you to sleep. But then your subconscious mind kind of comes to play. I just think I remember feeling so stupid when I asked my previous therapist when I would walk into her office. I was like, "What are those little dish things at the bottom of each door?"
30 seconds.
She was like, "Those are the white noise machines, so that people don't listen in on each other's sessions." And I was like, right. I don't know, show us a little. We'll keep it a secret. Obviously, it's confidential. I'm kidding. But sometimes, isn't it fun?
15
It'd be
seconds.
fun if therapy were... It would incentivize you to go to therapy so you can just lightly snoop. You can never linger. You can just kind of walk past to go to the bathroom. But then,
5
you know,
seconds.
it gives... Then it kind of... if it helps divert whatever unnecessarily telehealth is happening, I'm all for it.
And that's 1 minute.
That's 1 minute. Some telehealth is necessary.
Yeah.
Some of it, show up.
You
never
must
know.
be a little relieved though to have the show, so at some element of you can be like, can you fucking believe this guy? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you must leave some sessions like, I kind of wish I could share what just happened with someone, but obviously I can't. Now you have the show.
I
so you can-
know,
Yeah.
and I can talk to people about my patients.
That's
It's like
right.
an amazing gift.
kind of a hack.
Yeah.
And they let you.
By the way, I don't use white noise machines.
Interesting.
I use music.
Oh, great. What kind of music?
Yeah, whatever I feel like.
Okay.
Playlist, but
Great.
I don't like white noise machines.
I'm sure you have wonderful taste.
I was gonna say what's your what I don't know if you use Spotify or Apple Music or what,
Spotify.
but yeah, okay. What's on there?
What's on there? My phone's in the other room.
Is it instrumental stuff? Is it?
At the moment, there's a lot of ambient electronica.
Hell yeah.
I bet
Yeah.
you'd like One O Tricks Point Never or something.
Oh, I just listened to them yesterday.
Oh my
to
God,
him.
He
Oh
just,
my God,
he just
that's
played.
insane.
He just played in Brooklyn.
I know. My
That's-
daughter actually went to that show.
I was supposed to go
That's
to that
insane.
show.
That was the last thing I listened to.
wow.
Oh wow.
Okay.
I'm with you.
Okay.
I'm with you. Oh, you're
Yeah.
so cool, Orna. God. Okay. All right.
together.
Of course you listen to noise. All right, let's go. This is. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
This is Dr. Orna Guralnik's I Don't Think So, Honey. Her time starts now.
Okay. I don't think so, honey. First of all, to ask a psychoanalyst to rant is already a problem.
Of course, we're so sorry.
Because we're supposed to analyze all of our grievances and grudges out of ourselves.
Of course.
So no road rage. But I do have pet peeves.
Go on.
I don't think so, honey. I don't like people that come up to me and ask me, can't you leash your dog? Look at this dog.
Yeah.
I mean, she's like
an angel
a
on earth.
love bomb, an angel.
30 seconds.
Wild.
And what happens on the street when I'm walking with her and she's just like schmoozing around, being loving and sweet and you know, the prettiest face, people come and unleash all of their
Yeah.
15
old
seconds.
grudges, all of their entitlement, and they're just like, can't you leash your dog? And I'm like, can't you leash your anger?
Yes.
And then I start self-analyzing. I'm
No.
like, okay, he's another person. Accept otherness. Maybe he's having a hard day. What's up with you? Why are other people bothering you?
Uh-huh.
So that's how an analyst thinks. But I
Yeah.
do want to tell you, for example, that there are people, like I had this one guy that was standing with a stroller. He was a dad with a screaming baby, like a lot of environmental noise, pollution. And he's standing there and he's watching Nico, my gorgeous love bomb, snooping around, and she ran behind a building, like into the bushes, into the shrubbery. He just stood there and watched and watched and watched. And finally she came back and he's like, well, are you going to clean up after her? So I do not like that. I do not like people telling me to leash my dog. I think there's a little bit too much righteousness in people who want me to leash my dog. I think they should leash their anger.
And that's 2 minutes.
And that is a lack of control on their part.
Okay.
And we let you be unleashed.
Okay, thank you.
We unleashed, and thank you for that.
The title of this episode is Unleashed.
Awesome.
Unleashed with Dr. Orna Guralnik.
or what was it? Accept otherness?
Yes.
I like that as
Yeah.
well.
Maybe it's a
A
slash.
slasher. It's a slasher film.
It's part 1. Accept Otherness. Part 2. Unleashed. Also, I just wanted you to know that we did not come in with the intent
No.
of you're going to sit here and listen to us unpack. But I'm
course.
happy we got the opportunity to do it.
Yeah, that's what we do.
I
Thank you
know.
for indulging us just a little bit.
As
Yeah.
two people who have considered
But
couples
you were
therapy.
more reserved.
I am more reserved.
Yeah.
And I cop to that, I feel.
He is more reserved.
And we have, and yes, I think Matt was about to say that like we are two people who have given a lot of thought to doing like in the professional sense, like the couples therapy, which apparently is very common among podcast co-hosts.
What do you mean?
There are just a lot of like duos, front facing, like public facing duos.
Yeah.
End up finding some sort of like analytical space for them to like work out.
Oh, I'm super interested.
Well,
in
but
that.
also best friends. I mean, we were saying like it's like when we were just best friends in our 20s and we decided to start this podcast together for fun. When you're like, hey, do you want to do this fun thing with me? You're not thinking, hey, do you want to be in 12 years time counting my business partner, the
Right.
person that I'm relying on, also my best friend, the
Yeah.
person I'm next to on stage, the person who has to, answer that email. You know what I mean? It's just a
Yeah,
really
you're a work husband.
transformative, yes,
Yes.
transformative, all-encompassing, important relationship.
Well, I would love to hear about that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'll invite you when I have my podcast.
Yes.
Well, it's
yes.
funny
We'll talk
because we
about
like it's then that my therapist says I don't think that you guys need it because we do communicate like well,
Yeah.
but mediator was used.
Mediator.
We use the word mediator if we
Yeah.
just can't agree one day.
Court mandated. Just kidding. This has been sublime for me.
Me too.
Me as well. It's been such a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you
And
very
it
much.
really is. It is an endlessly fascinating show, and I mean, that's just one way to describe it. I mean, it's just it really nourishes me to watch it, and again, it makes me excited to be in my own therapy. I don't know if that means I'm a performative nightmare, but it really does.
Awesome. Thank you.
We end every episode with a song.
What are we gonna sing?
I have an idea, but it's just the instrumental.
It just can't be loud because of Nico.
Of course. Hold on.
She's
I'm
fine.
Also, our tones of voice have been. It's usually much more of a gay scream.
and we're-
But this has to be a gay coo because of Nico, because I know this is how you speak to them.
okay, here we and hopefully we all get it.
Okay.
Here we go.
Is this the couples therapy
It's
theme?
a couples therapy theme song. It didn't even
Oh my God,
I was
It didn't
fascinated by the way he
land.
positioned his mouth.
I know this was
to
familiar
produce
to me,
the
and I was
song.
like, "Wait, what is it?"
I failed. I failed.
For more of this, stream Couples Therapy.
May 15th. It's out. Bye.
Awesome.
Las Culturistas is a production by Will Ferrell's Big Money Players and iHeartRadio podcasts.
Created and hosted by Matt Rogers and Bowen Yang. Executive produced by Anna Hosnier and produced by Becca Ramos.
Edited and mixed by Doug Bain.
And our music is by Henry Kapersky.